So here is a video explaining how to create a PowerPoint video in Office 2013. What will you need? Well, you'll need PowerPoint for Office 2013, and you'll need a microphone. Now, I'm using a Logitech microphone headset that connects wirelessly to a receiver that's plugged into the USB connector on my laptop. You'll want your hands free to use the laser pointer and to operate the mouse or arrow keys during the presentation. And that's all you need. Some details on connecting an external microphone, and these instructions apply to Windows 8. Your laptop probably has a built-in microphone, and you may need to manually set the external microphone as the default microphone. So to do this, you want to click the Show Hidden Icons icon. There it is, the inverted triangle. It's found in the system tray, usually on the bottom right corner of the taskbar. When you click on that, from there you want to right-click on the speaker icon that appears. Then from the drop-down list, select Recording Devices. Then you want to select the microphone that you wish to use. In my case, Windows has recognized my Logitech G930 microphone, and then you want to click Set Default. While you're there, you want to select the Properties icon in the lower right corner, and on the Microphone Properties dialog box that opens, on the Level tab, you can adjust the audio recording volume. Click OK, and OK again, and you're done. Before you even begin to create your PowerPoint slides, choose the Design tab and select Slide Size, Widescreen, 16:9 ratio, which will give you the larger size for your final video. Then create your slides as usual, and we'll add the audio later. Now you'll likely want to animate each item, text, drawings, pictures, so that they appear on screen in sync as you are narrating. So do this after creating the presentation by selecting an item. Then on the Animations tab, choose an animation such as Appear, and then click the Animation Pane icon, and this will open up the actual animation pane on the far right side of the screen. When you finish preparing your presentation, you're ready to record the presentation, and this captures the audio and saves the timing, that is the time of each mouse click. On the Slideshow tab, ensure that the Play Narrations and Use Timings checkboxes are unselected. You want these turned off while you are recording, but you'll turn them on afterwards for viewing the presentation to check the presentation before you actually create the video file. So when you're ready, click the Record Slideshow icon, and then choose either Start Recording from the beginning or Start Recording from the current slide. One of the conveniences of creating a video in PowerPoint is that when you make a mistake or stumble, as I do from time to time, you can repeat the recording of the current slide, leaving the previous slide's recordings intact. And you do this by choosing Start Recording from the current slide. So after clicking one of the two Start Recording options, you are asked what you want to record. So make sure that both slide and animation timings and narrations, ink, and laser pointer are both selected. They are by default. Ensure your microphone is turned on, and then click the Start Recording button. Now as soon as recording begins, this small recording icon appears in the top left corner of the screen. This is only visible during recording. It won't appear in your final video. The icon shows the elapsed time and includes a pause recording button, a resume recording button, and of course the stop recording button, the X in the top corner. As soon as the recording begins, but before I begin speaking, I turn on the laser pointer, which is selected like so. The pointer can be launched by hovering over its ghosted image in the lower left corner of the screen. I find the pointer useful in focusing the viewer's attention when I'm explaining something. So go ahead, narrate a slide, and then stop recording by clicking the small X in the upper right corner of the recording icon. Review what you've recorded. To view your slideshow, click the Setup Slideshow icon found on the Slideshow tab and match the settings that are shown in the image on the right. Now I want to explain the interplay between this dialog box, Setup Slideshow, and the selections you make on the Slideshow tab. So when you select Play Narrations on the Slideshow tab, that automatically unselects Show Without Narration. These two are now in agreement, if you think about it. Likewise, when you select Use Timings on the Slideshow tab, that will select the Use Timings if present in this dialog box. So you don't actually ever have to open this dialog box. These two are linked. They're not independent. The settings I have here on the Slideshow tab sets the settings I have here in the Setup Show dialog box. But I wanted to show you this so that it's clear to you what's going on. And secondly, if you plan to use the laser pointer, you'll need to make sure that this option, presented by a speaker full screen, is selected, because the laser option is not available with these other two settings. So you want to review what you've just recorded. Make sure that you select the Play Narrations checkbox and the Use Timing checkboxes on the Slideshow tab. Then click the slideshow icon in PowerPoint and watch and listen to ensure that everything is working as you hope it does. And if it's working, you can start recording your next slide. Otherwise, re-record the existing slide. But of course, you always must remember to unselect the Play Narrations and Use Timing checkboxes whenever you're going to begin recording. So when you've finished recording your presentation, it's time to create a video file. You'll choose File, then Export, and create a video. Match the settings I have here. Computer and high definition display, you'll want the larger image, 1280 by 720 dpi. And of course, you want to ensure that you are going to use the recorded timings and narrations that you've just added. Finally, click Create Video, and when prompted, choose a file location and OK. A progress bar appears while an MP4 video is being created. Well, I hope that worked out well for you. Just a few notes to conclude. To view the MP4 video, your computer will of course need a video player. And interestingly, Windows 8, unlike its predecessors, does not include a video player, but you can of course install a free player such as VLC from the web. Now, although you can play video files in a regular PowerPoint presentation, the PowerPoint recorder will not capture a video that's playing in PowerPoint. If you attempt to do so, the video would appear as a still image in your PowerPoint MP4 video file. So if you want to include video clips in your recorded PowerPoint MP4 file, you'll need to use some video editing software such as Sony Movie Studio to splice and combine these video clips. In fact, that's the very reason I did not create a live video of how to create a video in PowerPoint, because only what is running during the presentation will be recorded, not any screen movements outside the presentation. If you want to make a video of mouse and screen movements outside the PowerPoint presentation, you'll need some screen capture software to do so. However, I've just learned that Microsoft now has a free plugin for PowerPoint. It's called Office Mix, and it can be downloaded from their website. Although I haven't tried it yet, the advertisement says that this app allows screen capture outside PowerPoint and some viewer interactivity, all to be included in a PowerPoint video file. Well, as a final step, you'll likely want to upload your video to YouTube and then post a link for your students on your Blackboard site. Now you may be wondering, why create a video lesson? And you may have some reservations. Well, many instructors already post written course notes on their Blackboard site. You might wonder, well, shouldn't we really force students to read? Aren't we promoting illiteracy by transposing written notes into video format? Probably that is a valid objection. I wouldn't argue with that. Nonetheless, let me say that I have created videos for key concepts that students need to review again and again. One of the first videos I created was balancing redox equations for my chemistry students. And I can say that after many years of teaching, most, if not all, students require that this procedure be explained and demonstrated several times, and requires practice on their part before it's grasped. And I know that the redox video has been valuable for those students who have taken the time to review it, and I posted a link to it if you're interested. Well, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.